So I'm super excited to be introducing you to CadenceLex, something that I've been working on for a couple of months now. It's taken a little bit more time than expected, but what we've got is amazing. CadenceLex is essentially a tool for solo lawyers and large small firms to help them leverage the power of AI to find more time in their day. So if you find yourself working 40, 50, 60 hours a week and still needing more time, I really hope that this tool will help you out and practice, and so that you can spend a little more time with your family, because that's really what I built it for. I really built it for myself. And essentially, it's a tool that uses forms and uses AI to essentially get you to a first draft quicker than if you try to use yourself. So let me give you a demo of what it looks like. So first off, we're going to sign into the account. And so I've got my sign-in information here. We are going to, for the purpose of this exercise, I'm going to show you a statement of claim, okay? So we've got a little bit of a dashboard here. We'll talk through the process. We're going to build this out in public. So we're going to create this, and we are going to, these are documents that are right now for Ontario documents, but we're looking to do in other jurisdictions as well. So let's say we're going to do a shell statement of claim, okay? We'll hit create. It'll then go into a form that we've kind of built in the background. Right now, it's a form basis. It's probably going to be improved a little bit later on. In essence, we're going to put like an email here. We'll talk about a dispute. Let's say it's a contract dispute and a breach of business dispute, okay? It's Ontario. Again, this is going to be Ontario only for now. Rules of procedure. Let's say it's a $500,000 claim, okay? And key term of the contract. Let's say it's a bookkeeper. Let's talk about a bookkeeper who's stolen money from company. Bookkeeping contract. Oops, that's too early. So bookkeeping contract, fixed fee, fixed monthly fee. Promised expectations were that bookkeeper would act professionally and not steal money. Okay, so let's go through that. And it's a bookkeeper, had access to all books and accounts and responsible for making payments. Okay, I'm just making something up right now. Okay, we then go to the next one, the wrongdoing bookkeeper. And if you notice what I'm doing here, I'm using role-based terms. So no names, no confidential information is being exchanged. I'm just talking about facts in a general sort of sense. Okay. So bookkeeper stole money from plaintiff by creating false records, false transaction records, and then siphoning money from key operating accounts. Okay. So then we are going to then hit next. Evidence, we talk about the agreements, emails, financial records, okay? And one last thing, we have a disclaimer here just to make sure that you acknowledge that this is going to be a template document. It's not legal advice. We need to have a lawyer reviewing it, submission. So this is just making sure that you know that this is just a template document, all right? We then hit submit, and form is submitted. While this is submitting, I've got I've got a temporary email thing in here. So while I'm chatting with you and talk a little bit more about it, we'll wait for that email thing to pop up. So let's go back and talk about what CadenceLex is. So CadenceLex is in essence a platform that I call AI-enhanced workflows. In my experience as a lawyer, and I've done over a decade doing this, it's really hard to find time in your day to do all of the things that need to be doing to run a practice. And then on top of that, talking about client obligations. And the struggle and frankly, the juggling of these responsibilities is what makes life as a solo lawyer or in a small firm really, really difficult, right? And for the past year and a half, I've been using AI to sort of make my workflows more efficient. And the way I do it is using AI in such a way such that I am ensuring that I am satisfying my professional responsibilities to make sure that client information is not divulged to AI. I'm keeping information confidential while ensuring that AI has enough information to get the document necessary or to make my workflow more efficient. And that learning is really what I'm bringing into CadenceLex, right? And so the way that it works is that you'll have different ways to think about things: create, review, refine, and upload. Okay. It's unlike any other program that's available to lawyers, where we've intentionally designed it such a way that you know exactly what each module is going to do just by the description of it. So create is when you create the document. Reviewing is when you're reviewing something that's already been created. Refining, we're going to give you access to sort of like a chatbot that helps you to refine a document that's already been created. And then upload, we're still figuring out how to do this, but essentially you can upload a document into our server, and using the process on the back end, it can analyze the document. There's a bit of a challenge there because of the confidential information piece, which we don't know how to fix just yet. But essentially the idea is that we want to give lawyers access to a platform that ensures that they aren't giving AI, or frankly us, any information that they should not disclosing. So that's any names of a client, particulars of a client, even information that in and of itself is not confidential information, but when combined with other categories of information, does become confidential information, right? So we've really intentionally designed it in such a way to make that happen. Let's see if the inbox has come. Nope, not yet. And so the other piece that we are going to be talking about, or what we want to do here, is that we want to make sure that the document that's ultimately created is something that's usable as a first draft. And the idea here is that when you, typically, at least for me, when you're creating a document, trying to start from scratch, at least for me, I have writer's block. I don't know how to start it. And starting at times is the hardest part. And so the way I use AI, and we have used AI for the past year and a half, is using AI to get to a first draft. And the workflow that's underlying this is really built on that understanding, right? It's how do you get to a first draft quickly using the power of AI? And so that is essentially the idea here. So here's a document, and then you've got a little thing, and then if you click access a document, it will actually pull up, or it should give you, so right now it's going to be sending out in a PDF form. In the final version, you'll get access, or the lawyers will get access to the docx version, okay? So it'll be in Word format. And so, so you can, I'm just going to open it up right now. It's saved, and I've now opened it, okay? And so now you can see what this document is going to create, and hopefully it works in this window. Perfect. Okay. So here's a statement of claim. Okay. So what it's done is that it's come up with, in essence, made up a name of a plaintiff and made up a name of a defendant. Okay. It's in the Ontario court format. In the version for launching, we'll actually be able to have the court office be modified to reflect what's appropriate. We then have the statement of claim. So it says plaintiff claims. So this is what the AI did. Okay. So none of this is me, right? So this is all done on the back end. You got a description of the parties, you got a summary of the facts. Okay. And it has made up facts on its own. And then the cause of action is talked about: breach of contract, breach of fiduciary duty, tort of conversion, unjust enrichment, formation. So it gives you a starting point, right? And so it's not meant to be sort of like the final document. It's meant to be a starting point. The good part about the process is that all of these documents here will be in the name of the lawyers once it's launched. The reason why I'm doing this is because I'm super excited to share that we're looking to pilot this with a small group of lawyers. If you think this could be valuable, just click the link below to sign up to the waitlist. We're looking to have like our launch at the Q2 of this year, so April. Yeah, that's really where things are at, right? So again, if this is something you're interested in, just click the link below. And if you want to know more information, send us a message. Okay, we'll chat soon. Cheers.